Hello and welcome back to Factorio. Oh. Well, in the last episode we did a bunch of stuff. Now we can't see it here because we don't have a radar in place. We probably should fix that. But the two things we can't see is science stuff. And we put up more science last episode. If we look here, we have 3 in the labs and on the belts. And we are going to use this new science to make us stronger and better. We are going to do it harder. And it feels like I'm going to sneeze. Oh, there it was. Sorry. Yeah, I was just waiting for it. So I apologize for the sneeze. But yeah, not sure I could have avoided it. And I don't really have a mute button, and I'm not sure I would have been able to reach it in time. So but anyway, we are going to do some stuff. Now, flamethrower is... I have no idea how good it is at this point. I have used it in earlier versions of Factorio, but I'm not sure if, like, I can't remember if it's like totally shit or not. The thing with the flamethrower ammo and stuff is that you need oil for it. You have to get oil to like make it work. So, but let's put it on, let's test it. I don't remember if it's good or not, to be honest. Now, landmines can be good. You can basically, if there's like a big area you know you're not going to expand into, and you know the biter is going to come there, either to, like, they're going to run through, either to settle or attack you, then landmines are really good. Now, landmines can also be used like a bit away from your walls to, as you can see, explodes when enemies are nearby, damaging and stunning them, which could be used in combinations with your turrets. So your turrets and defenses take less damage, and your turrets themselves can just keep on attacking the biters, so they just die. I never used them because I felt like I really never needed to use them. But you can use them, you can do some interesting setups where you use them as like either crowd control mines, basically, to reduce damage on your defenses and making them like kill quicker, or as like a minefield to kill biters before they actually get to your defenses, more or less. Like, you might come up with different ways of using them, but I've never used them. But let's research them anyway. Do we need this? Not really, but let's research it anyway. Now, I think they removed the whole... Like, rockets are good, but if you want a really, really good rocket, you want the atomic bomb. But they are super expensive, so yeah. But you need to research rocketry if you want to use like different kind of rockets with a rocket launcher. So, but we are going to do that. I'm probably not going to make any like rockets or rocket launchers. And energy shields are really good. That's more or less a must-have. And getting grenade damage, yes please. Physical projectile damage, yes please. Weapon shooting speed, we can't add right now, but that's something we want as well, so we'll add it later on. And let's let the science go. If we look at the science, if we can find it, here we are. We can see it's going quite quickly because we have 20 labs doing work all at once, and we have a lot of science stacked up, and we have a lot of production of science, so it's probably not going to run out. If it's going to run out, it's going to take a while. But we need to wall this off. We need to build a wall. We need to box this coal in. Now I'm going to use the cliffs a bit because I'm not sure how much I'm going to box it in. We can do more later on. I'm going to add the weapon shooting speed. There we go. And let's go up from here. Straight like this. And let's go from here just straight out and then down here. Oh no, we move it a bit. We'll move it a bit. What we need to do now, when the wall is up, there's one thing we have to do. Let's shoot this tree. No, it's to put down turrets and make sure they are not too spaced, like not too much space in between them, and make sure you have enough of them. Now we are going to have to keep like tabs on this place. We are going to have to babysit it. We are going to have to repair it until we have lasers. The reason why we are putting down turrets, despite the whole we don't have anything here yet, is because if biter colonists comes running down and want to settle here, they are going to have to try to attack the wall. And most likely they will settle somewhere else first, which is something we rather have them do, because we want this. This is ours. This is not the biters' stuff. And as I said in an episode, don't remember which, but I said in an episode where the biters for some reason really like to settle on resources. Sorry, my throat is not cooperating. think I might have a bit of a cold, Sam. All that good stuff which comes with a cold, which you don't want. And that's why I'm a bit noisy with my throat, because it feels very stuffed. There we go. We are going to do the same thing with the iron down here, but it's going to be way bigger, because I'm going to do it around not only the iron but also the uranium. And it doesn't look like there's any cliffs we can use, so it's going to be a lot of walls. Now, I'm not sure we are going to have enough walls. Let's do the last bit of them, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough walls. I'm probably just going to be licking the areas around the the deposits. I am going to connect the walls around the deposit up, so, but I'm not going to build this way out there, because I'm not going to have wall enough for that, I believe. I am probably going to have to go back for walls anyway, but it's better to put up the walls and have some walls than no walls. Whoops. Freaking tree is in the way. Now, this might look very, very unnecessary, but since we want, since we know we want this, I'm going to do it, because that way we have access to it in a we don't probably not going to have to clear it again from biters, and that's really the big reason why we are doing this. And yes, I will make more of the bricks while still out here. Don't want to go back. I'm going to clear a bit of the forest, just the ones that might be in the way. So let's start putting down. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to put down the turrets. Now, I'm probably not going to put down too many of them, because we might not have enough otherwise, but we'll see. It's better to have coverage and are a bit more spread apart. Make sure you, these kind of corners, you make sure you have two, because they are your weak points. So, but otherwise, make sure you have turrets all the way. Make sure they cover each other. Make sure they are doing their job. If they're not, then they should be fired. Yes, we are going to need two here, because this is a weak spot. Especially that kind of corner is a weak spot. it is very easy for the biters to just dogpile on into the corner, and then it's gone, and you're going to have to do a bunch of stuff to get them out of there, and it's not going to be fun. It's just going to be very like an ugly slugfest to get them out of there. So we are going to move the car around. We're going to take a bunch of ammunition and not drive into the cliff. More stone, more bricks. We are not done. For how long have I been putting down this insufficient amount from here? Okay. We are going to have to put down more. Fine. Put them down again, rather. Up. 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 Yeah. Once in a while you do want to make sure you have ammunition, because the ammunition you have in your like inventory, like equipped slots in the right, like the lower right corner, they won't be used to be put into gun turrets. Only the stuff you have in your character inventory, which you can open by pressing E, that's the only stuff that is used by when you put stuff into gun turrets and vehicles with the autofill mod. That's something to be aware of. If you don't have the mod, you're gonna have to put in stuff on your own, so probably not going to be a problem, or at least not as a large of a problem. But just pick those up, and we can make 4 more. Wow. Nope. Wrong. There we go. I'm just doing this so I can see where the wall is going to be. That means I can put down turrets. And now we need to go back and get walls. Now, I didn't put... See? I missed something. I missed putting up the wall production. Right. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, this is not the place where I can drive through the wall. Not here. Just over here. Where is it? Wow. I missed all the trees. That's impressive. Wasn't really expecting that. Right. Might have to put up more access area, like accesses through the wall somewhere, but let's drive down to where we make stuff. And I'm probably going to say, let's make wall. That's probably a good thing to have a bunch of. we are going to need to make... Yeah, we need to make... rails as well. Maybe I should do this here, because rails need iron sticks. This produces iron stick. We can just do this. We get iron stick. Right, I need to fix this one. Right. And this way we won't have like an endless amount of unnecessary resources for the green circuits laying around, since we only need iron to this one machine. I don't feel like we should... Yeah, we shouldn't route all that unnecessary stuff all the way down there. Now, what I'm going to do is actually use our one filter inserter. Now, filter inserters are interesting. The stack filter inserters works the exact same way as filter inserter when it comes to what I do. Now, if we do this, they're not going to do anything. Like, if we change this, like, this one just puts down stuff. Like, just boom. But this doesn't. Why? Well, let's click on it. And we have filters. We have a bunch of... And we can set filters. We can set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different filters. We can say whitelist or blacklist. Whitelist means it's only the things that you put into the filter it will do. The blacklist is the opposite. And since we put it on blacklist and there's nothing in the blacklist, that's if we do this, as you can see, it will not pick up copper because it's blacklisted copper. Now, we don't want this. What we want is to whitelist steel. Why do we want to whitelist steel? Because this way we know by looking at the filter inserter what it's actually doing. But you can put it to be whitelist or blacklist. And this little button here, the override stack, is how many items it's going to move at once. And you can set it to be 1 or 2, depending on how many it can pick up at once. For now, it can only pick up 2. Might probably going to increase to like 3 or 4 later on, but for now it's 2. We could, for example, set it to 1, but there's no point, so. Now, what we want to do is get stone over here. So what we should do is actually this. Do this. There we go. Why we are doing this is because we want the stone and stuff to be on the same side. No like real reason other than I want it to be. Really, that's the only real reason why because I want it to be. You don't need it. but we don't need much of it, so it's fine to do this. Absolutely fine to do this. Don't need that much resources, to be honest. Let's do this, and it is going to be allowed to fill this. That's okay. Now, what we want to do is to get stone bricks over here. What I'm going to do then is craft some underground belt and do this, and boom, boom. What we want to do is move this up then. And this way we can make very easily more walls. Now I'm going to do fast underground belt, one of them, because I might want to have it. Because I do think I want to have two of these producing walls. And I feel like doing this. Let's do this. Going to limit this so we can't like massively overproduce, but we do want a bunch of walls. And there we go. We have wall production again. Now let's take a look at the bricks. Ooh, we need more bricks. We need way more bricks. Now what I'm going to do is actually produce some. Going to take the bricks from here. Is produce steel furnace, because steel furnaces are a lot better. Now we are going to have to produce steel furnaces in where we're producing all the other stuff as well. But the steel furnaces is a lot quicker. It's the double the speed. If we take a look, the stone furnace has a crafting speed of 1. The steel furnace has a crafting speed of 2. However, the pollution is also double, which makes sense because the speed is double, so the pollution is doubled. It makes sense. So, but we are probably going to have to expand our stone brick thing. Now I'm going to stop you. Don't want more of you. Let's make one more. There we go. We can actually put the landfill in there. There we go. Here's the thing. We probably don't have enough stone to supply this. Now, stone isn't necessarily something that's going to be used in massive quantities, but we do want like a certain amount of stone being produced and amount of stone bricks being produced. So we are going to have to, first of all, we don't want it, we want don't want the brick production here. We want to move this somewhere else. But we are going to have to look into fixing the stone and brick. But because it's looking a tad pathetic. Especially the brick production. It's probably making the gray signs go very slowly. Now, we have 86 walls. I'm not sure. 88. I'm not sure how much I'm going to limit this like that, because we are limited on the amount of stone we have. So, and we have a bunch of rails at this moment, so it's fine. But we are going to have to call this episode here. We are going to go back out here and fix the last bit of the walls. We are, now that I remember it, before we end, going to put down this here so we can actually see the base to 100%. But since we have managed to catch the time somewhat on time, we are going to call this episode here and going to continue in the next episode. So thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.